All right, let's get right at it. Monday, October 31st. Hey, happy Halloween. I hope everybody's going to have a great evening here. It should be fun. Beautiful weather, of course, with temperatures well into the 60s here. And this awesome, warm, and seasonally warm weather is going to continue for a few more days, and then a major, and I mean major, weather pattern change is going to occur. So we're going to get into that here during this video briefing that's brought to you by Weather Safe Restoration. All right, here it is. This is the moisture channel loop from the satellite from outer space, and a couple of things to check out, and these are going to be important here as we go through the week. Here's some moisture now that's starting to stream. It's not a lot of moisture, but Pacific moisture just streaming east now into the northern Rockies and northern plains. Meanwhile, this is some dry air here from Minnesota and Wisconsin on south to darn near the Gulf Coast. Storm track right now is down over the Gulf of Mexico, the northern sections of the Gulf of Mexico, and southern sections of the United States. Meanwhile, we're left in no man's land, which means it's going to be warm, unseasonably warm, as the jet stream stays north of the U.S.-Canadian border. Here's your visible satellite loop, nothing but sunshine. And I think this is going to be mostly the case here for the next 48 to 72 hours. Yeah, we'll probably have some high clouds streaming into the region here as we head into tomorrow and Wednesday, but not much to filter any sun. So yes, that's why temperatures are going to be rising quite a bit here over the next 2 to 3 days with near or record high temperatures expected. All right, weather pattern change. Let's talk about it now. Here is where our weather pattern change is eventually going to come from. This is North America now, and these are the heights here across North America, and these blue areas are dropping heights or lowering heights, which means more inclement and cold weather. And this is over western sections of Canada and Alaska. Meanwhile, we're in this red area here, which are above average heights, rising heights, thicknesses that are expanding across much of the United States. That means warm weather. Now watch what happens as we go through time. This is now later Tuesday, so later tomorrow and then Wednesday. Look at how warm it is, or at least the heights are expanding across the Great Lakes and but the eastern half of the country. Meanwhile, heights are lowering over the west. This is important because, again, this is going to be the weather pattern change that occurs here as we head into later this week and weekend. Now watch those lowering heights as they move into the desert southwest, and eventually they're going to curl northeast here into the upper Midwest as we get into this weekend and then early next week. And look at the difference between today and early next week. This is early next week now. Look how low the heights are across the upper Midwest. Long story short, this means that we are going to turn much colder and likely going to get into an active weather pattern not only by the early next week, but even in the middle portions of next week. It's the European computer model guidance. This is a stormy weather pattern as we get a southwest flow across much of the country, and there's going to be a separation between warm and cold right across Minnesota and Wisconsin as we go through next week. And this, you can see this as we look at the temperatures in the lower layers of our atmosphere. Look how warm it is. This is for Wednesday. This is why I'm expecting record highs over the upper Midwest. Look how warm it is in the lower layers of our atmosphere on Wednesday. And it's not until we get into Friday and then Saturday when we start to cool a little bit. This is a pretty big storm here that moves north and northeast in the upper Midwest as we get into Friday and Saturday of this weekend. And eventually it pulls down some cold air from Canada for early next week. And then look at what happens with this cold air. It kind of stays put over southern Canada, the northern Rockies, and even into the upper Midwest. We have a battle zone that's going to be setting up as we head into early and middle portions of next week across the upper Midwest. And yes, that could mean a whole array of precipitation types across our region. I think some people are going to get some significant snow as we head into next week, and that may even be here in southern Minnesota and western Wisconsin. Here's the river of air, 30 to 35,000 feet. Of course, we call this the jet stream. This is a critical aspect of weather when you look at the jet stream. And look at what happens as we head into Thursday. A trough, impressive one, digs over the western sections of the United States. And over Minnesota and Wisconsin here, we are in a southwest flow. So that's a warm and moist flow that's going to be heading north into the upper Midwest, hence the reason why we can expect quite a bit of rain from Thursday through the weekend, because this flow in our atmosphere out of the Gulf of Mexico continues throughout the weekend. This is Saturday now. We have a flow coming right out of the Gulf of Mexico heading north into the upper Midwest. So no doubt some heavy rains I think are likely, soaking rains, which is great news for the upper Midwest. And then this is the key. Heading into the early and middle portions of next week, that trough stays put out west, and we get into that west and southwest flow here in the upper Midwest, and there is going to be a battle zone developing right across this strong jet stream that will be situated over the northern plains and upper Midwest. And I think that is going to mean inclement weather, lots of moisture, and it could be in the form, again, of a whole array of types of precipitation, ranging from rain to ice to even snow. But that's not until next week. Until then, look at the temperatures. This is the extended forecast. Record high for Wednesday is 72, and the record high for Thursday is 74. We are going to threaten or exceed those record highs, I think, for Wednesday and Thursday of this week. And then, yes, we finally get some cooler air to move into our region for this weekend, along with lots of rain, the way it appears. And then I think after that, as we head into Monday and Tuesday of next week, we're going to have to really look closely at the weather maps, because I think portions of Minnesota, maybe Wisconsin and the Dakotas are going to receive some heavy snowfall as we head into next week. We'll have to see where that storm system and swath of snow sets up. All right, that's your forecast. Hey, thanks for joining me, everyone. Thank you, WeatherSafe, for sponsoring this. Take care. We'll talk to you early next week or later this week. Bye-bye.